Hi everyone, it's Valor from Online Combat Battalion with another Arma 3 editor tutorial for you. This one's in response to a question from Punka Lazar, who's asked about having enemy units surrender and then being able to handcuff or detain them and escort them, etc. He says he's already found a script that will have the enemies start to surrender when they have a certain percentage reduction in their number. But I've found another one that does a similar thing, and also a script that enables you to handcuff, detain, handcuff, escort, release and uncuff. It's not perfect, but it's the closest I can find at the moment. So we'll get right into it. Obviously first a playable unit. Secondly, we need to place down a trigger, which I have done here. And in the trigger we've got activation type as none, because we don't need any specific activation on this, because the trigger runs on the condition and the on activation. And in the condition you'll see a live _x count units baddies, which is the variable name of the group of AI enemy that I've placed. And this little bit here with the less than 3, which means if the enemy force has a number of less than 3, then the activation will happen, where they are set captive true, action surrender, and that includes all the units that are still alive. So I have placed here just a small unit, and in the marker above them I've given the unit the variable name of baddies, okay, which is the same variable name I've referenced here for baddies and baddies. Okay, so that will get all these guys, will get some of them to surrender when they're F less than 2. So if I knock 2 over, these 2 will surrender. You can play with that number in that trigger to edit it however you like. So for example, you may have a unit of 20 AI and you can say, for example, less than 7. So if you knock over a whole stack of them and there's less than 7 left, then those 6 will surrender. The second part of this is a code that I've put into the variable or the init fields of each of these troops within that group. So this is an add action. There's a color there and the word detain, and then it fires a script, and I'll show you the script and how that works. And I have that in the variable or the init fields for each of these units, but I have a slightly different one in the unit leader. I have added a feature where via a code this guy will drop when he's killed. It doesn't matter where he is, he will drop an intel leaflet that you can then go and have a look at. So let me first show you how this works. We've got these guys here, and I'm going to knock over 2 of them, and then these other 2 guys here will surrender, place their hands on their head. With the arrest script, I can then go up and I'll have the add action to detain, so they're now handcuffed, and now I have the option to escort this guy. So I can take him where I need to take him, and if I don't want him to go any further, I can stop escorting. Alright, or I can escort him again. So I'll stop escorting and I will uncuff him. So he's now been released. So you can use this for civilians or any AI from any faction or side, and it will work. Once you have released the suspect, he will then not move, he will not do anything. He will just stay exactly where you left him, he is opfor and he's not shooting at me. So basically he becomes a prop. You can handcuff him again, and now we can escort him again. Now remember I mentioned that I put an extra bit into the unit leader, which was when he was taken out he would drop intelligence, and here I have an intel document. Okay, so I'll show you how to do that as well. And in the mission, obviously you need to go to scenario, save as, and then save it as whatever you want to save it as, and that will create a mission folder, and we're going to place some files into that. Okay, so we're in the mission folder, and we have a folder in there called arrest script, description.ext, and init.sqf. First we'll have a look at the init.sqf, and pretty much all you need to have in there, we don't need any of that, is the exec VM arrest script / arrest init.sqf. So whoever created this, I think it was AGG Gaming, has misspelt arrest, but that's cool, that's okay. So that's all we need in the init. And as with all my tutorials, with any init files or any other files you need to place into your folder, I will put PasteBin links into the description so that you're able to just copy and paste those into your own files. The next one we'll have a look at is the, I'm not sure we even need the description. Yes we do. So we need class config sounds, because there is a small ratcheting or handcuffing sound when you detain someone. So there we've got that there. That's not an essential thing. It's just a nice to have. Okay, so this is the actual arrest init, and it refers to some functions which are in the folder that you'll have a link for in the description below. And if you don't want to use the sound, you can just remove that line there, the play sound handcuff, in the handcuff SQF, and then unhandcuff refers to just uncuffing the person. So I'll place all these into the description. Now the code that I've put into the unit leader to drop the leaflet with intel on it is this one here. Again, I'll put a PasteBin link into the description so you can just grab this. This section here is where you would put any text you want to appear when you click the read button over the top of whatever image you have used. In addition to that, on this line here, you'll see I have intel.jpg. So you need in your folder an image that you want to use to appear on the leaflet when you examine it in the game. And that is just referenced there. And I've called the image intel.jpg, and that is where you put that image name there. Now the major drawback with this arrest script is that you can see, although I am a distance from these guys, we have the word detain appear as an add action when I'm still a fair distance from them. And it seems that it doesn't matter what distance I am away from these guys. Oh, I'm not getting the option now. Okay, that's good. But when you do get closer, there we go. So I'm about 40 meters, I'd say. You get the thing, the detain add action command pop up. And those two guys will surrender. Yep. And I can detain them, as I said before, and steer them around and make them do whatever I ask them to do. As a little extra added bonus in this tutorial, I'll also post a script by Blackbeard and Blackfish, which creates a virtual arsenal via a hold action. And all you need to do is put the code into any object. So here we've got A for arsenal, hold middle mouse button to configure your loadout. And when we do that, it opens up the arsenal. And to show you that it works on any object, I've placed here a serial box. And with the code I get the same option. So that is not a perfect way to do the arrest and detain. I will do a tutorial also on the arrest system in the ACE or Advanced Combat Environment mod. Actually, we'll do a few ACE tutorials on different things you can do in ACE. But for now, Punker, I hope that answers your question as a simple way to arrest, detain and escort people and to get them to surrender. Rather than having complicated scripts, it's just a fairly simple one that is inside the trigger that's been placed just here. Okay. As always, guys, thank you so much for watching. Give us a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already, and hit the bell icon to be notified of any new videos. Thank you for your support. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.